bro, for two jump shooters in KD and Kyrie, bro, they finished with 17 free throws amongst one another. KD got to the line 11 times, and what's his name came off the bench and got to the free throw line 6 times. Like, what are they? So I didn't. I was like, bro, that like the analysis that they're giving is horrible. So I just decided to make another space.
That's why I told you to make a space, bro. I was
Yeah.
sick and tired of. I was in there for like a minute, bro. I'm like, we gotta get out.
Yeah, I was like, this is bad talk. So for people who don't know, the Brooklyn Nets fall. The Nets fall to 1-4. They just lost to the Dallas Mavericks. I want to say this is like the second and a half game that I've watched. Only watched like another half of their games. But obviously, I saw the Bucks game in its entirety.
This is the third time that they've let a superstar cook them.
So
the last week.
That's what I wanted to lead with, and that's why I immediately thought to myself, it needs we need to actually talk about fucking defense here because like Jesus, like stars are, and I know we're early in the season, but like defense has always been a concern and problem with this team. Stars are not just having like good nights; they're like having like
they're having some of the best nights they've had in a long
time. They're having some of the best nights.
These niggas are letting these niggas put up my career stats on these niggas night in and night out.
It's crazy. So, and I get like it's Luka and Giannis, and like you're playing some of the league's best of the
John
best.
Morant,
John Morant. Like I get that, but like at some point, like you have to come to some type of conclusion of.
I mean, they let
what you want to look like. Also, this nigga fucking Wiseman looking like Pat Ewing with his catches and hooks is fucking crazy right now. And I mean that in a positive way. Don't niggas like Pat Ewing. Like no, he looks like very. Fluid.
You mean MJ and Hakeem's son?
Okay.
Oh wow.
So I want to just say that obviously the defense.
The two go to my franchise.
The defense sucks, but the other part that kind of bothers me is that it's the Ben Simmons situation, and I don't want to like.
Wait, Lo, can I go in on their defense real quick before you talk about Simmons?
Right, bro, Kyrie was their best defender tonight.
Which is scary that Kyrie might.
That's so bad, nigga.
It was so bad today because, like, I mean, there were like 4 notable points in my head today, right? One was the willing switching of Patty and Kyrie on the like Luka and shit, right? And even though Kyrie he had like a couple possessions here and there, like stripping Luka, on some drives, it's like. There were too many times where the defense is having to collapse way too hard, right? Because they're willingly switching these like 6-foot guards on the Luka. Luka comes in, he's hitting corner shooters, collapsing, pass, open shot, or Luka's just taking it himself and getting all the way to the rim. They really need to fix that. Their ability to X out, it's disastrous. They don't have a single smart team defender on the court. I don't even know who their best team defender is, bro. KD, Royce O'Neal, like it's so bad out there. Corner shooters are getting nothing but wide open. They're relying on like Claxton to make these like 20-foot closeouts consistently to get stops. I mean, they're very bad on the glass. Giving up so many loose balls to just guys who are their size. I mean, what they have on the what? Dallas, I know they out rebounded them, but like just too many times, you feel like Dallas was just kind of in there and Brooklyn wasn't able to like secure a stop. So like defensively everywhere on the court, they're just lacking like a lot of stuff. So yeah, you can talk about Simmons now. I just had to get that out of the way, man. They were just so bad defensively.
Ben Simmons dead ass like. I seen that post by Mark Jackson Burner, and I forgot Ben Simmons actually was able to do that shit. Like, I'm not sure how bad.
Man, Luka just that nigga, man.
How bad the injury he was. But, like, this nigga has taken, like, such a huge regression defensively. And not only that, it's like his confidence is completely shot. It's getting better game by game, but, like, you still need more of that from him. And plus, if you're letting Kyrie Irving outshine you and you're, like, an all-defensive caliber player because we've seen it from you, like, that's just I mean,
I don't even think I thought Kyrie's off-ball defense was terrible today. Right? He gave up like 4 open corners.
I think on ball.
The Nets off-ball defense in general.
Bro, KD and Kyrie nearly combined for 80 points tonight, and they still lost. Bro.
And back-to-back games.
Can we talk about
back-to-back games?
KD put on
Luka just
can we talk about how ever since KD put on a Nets jersey, he hasn't been clutch? Like,
he was clutch as hell last year.
Stop, Trey! Don't have me yelling in here.
He was clutch when he played next to James.
I was about to start yelling. Look about the defense. Yeah, the defense. It's a problem because they very clearly or it's like defensive schemes that these players are taking from their other units onto this roster, and like these are players who are on teams or just in general who are practicing defensive schemes or skill sets or like just things to do defensively as if they're on an elite defensive unit where they can kind of get away with some of the shit.
They
So
were switching everything.
Like yeah, like you're saying, like the switching.
But that's what they do. They switch everything.
But that's what I'm saying.
You switch to own Luka every possession.
Yeah,
you switch almost everything when you have somebody who can help at either weak side or in the paint, or you're switching because you believe that like you are already a weak defender, so you want to switch off that man to put a better defender on there. But the problem is that it's another weak defender coming on here, and if Simmons is the only, like, let's just say, because Simmons was also spotty defensively, Kyrie gives quality effort when he's on ball. But like if that's what they're going to do, like they're basically giving opposing teams what they want in the first place. Like there's no resistance, there's nothing fighting over screens. They're just giving it to them, and then they're just switching everything. And it's like, bro, you're doing what they want you to do, which is why it results in every team that they face getting quality looks anytime they want it. So like the problem with the team is that like they're doing that, but then because they're doing that, you can't even receive the best benefits from Simmons, because if Simmons wants to either be on ball or even if he wants to help, he's being switched on a player that's now in the corner, and like now he's fucking removed from the game. It was the same thing that happened.
Lo, I told you this would happen. I told you how the Nets played. And niggas try to act as if I said it from the jump that the Nets play switch everything defense, and that isn't going to benefit and maximize who Simmons is as a defender. Yeah. And I feel as if niggas just kind of overlook that, right? And another thing, bro, their hard hedge defense today was horrific in that overtime, bro. Giving up back to back wide open above the break threes, bro. Daring guys to hit open shots. It was so disastrous.
But the willingness to switch was just the biggest problem for me. Like, even Kyrie in single coverage with Luka, with Ben Simmons not even looking.
No, but KB, the reason why they're switching is because whenever they try to hard head, you saw what happened when they tried to hard head. Guys getting wide open.
It was literally, either Luka gets whatever switch he wants and he immediately beats it, he immediately attacks it, or it was, we're gonna throw two to the ball and then Luka dimes us up, bro. Like their defense was awful this game. I think
it's awful. It wasn't really a matter of switching. It's just they literally do not have an answer for teams who have smart basketball.
Even like the Giannis game, bro. Giannis would make reads where like that pass to George Hill, for example. Giannis hit that pass maybe 3 to 5 seconds later than he probably should have, and it was still open like 3 fucking seconds later, bro.
These niggas suck. They don't have niggas to fill the gaps. No nigga provides.
Players are like a weight on.
Also, no Paul George slander though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's another thing. The fucking Clippers.
I shit on about my nigga.
My star player. My star player. Nowhere near.
I got shit on about the best player on my team. I ain't gonna lie. The second best player on my team, Trey Mann, also I'll play him that game, but I'm not gonna speak too much.
The fucking Clippers look much worse. The Clippers look much worse than what they probably should look already.
I mean, Kawhi hasn't really played a lot, to be fair.
Yeah,
effort is obviously not there.
Paul George shouldn't look this bad though. I mean, he looked bad against the fucking Lakers. Like even the Lakers should not have been as close as we were to beat that team.
I think,
but
Eli, Duncan Robinson shot may be back by the way.
What's with all these quote unquote contenders looking like losers to start the season?
I think that I'm actually gonna put my tier list video out tomorrow. And I'm gonna stay firm on it. I'm not gonna like change it because of like week 1 of the season. But I just find it. I think a lot of it is just. I think a lot, and I hate to like bail players out, but I think a lot of it is just coaching. I think it's coaching, and coaches just not preparing these players accordingly of what they need to do.
Can we talk about how ass Kyrie been this year though?
He was
what?
What?
Nigga, what are you talking about?
He's been up and down.
I think
he's averaging 30 points a game. What are we talking about?
He hasn't been. Congratulations. Go look at his efficiency tonight,
he had
motherfucker.
3 really good
Go look at it.
games, like
okay, so we doing field goal percentage instead of true shooting percentage. It'd be stupid. Okay.
Bro, we're not going to talk about if Kyrie's good or not, bro. He's been good. I'm not. I think the only thing shaky about him has been his defense. So that's just Kyrie in general. So
I'm not going to be overly critical that Kyrie has games where, or possibly he's like missing some shots.
Though I do think it's a little
overly.
Though I do think something to question, though, I think it's a little interesting. Like, ever since KD came back last season, it feels like Kyrie's been like a lot more not ball dominant, but like he's taking a lot more shots than KD. So
but
it's a little interesting.
But I think the reason why is because they still need somebody to get into the lane as much as they possibly can. And KD, to his credit tonight, 11 free throws, but I think Kyrie's ability to just kind of get to the basket and collapse the defense is a bit more, definitely much better than what we see from what's his name KD. So I think that's fine.
I think that's just how
I do feel like
KD don't even put that much.
We used to say this, with
but he deserves like 10 free throws a game. But I think it gets hacked.
We used to say this with like Russ, and I just always think that it's corny because it's very clear that that's just how KD wants to play basketball. He wants to play basketball, being like the second most.
No, Eli, I wasn't saying that was a negative thing.
I don't think it's a negative thing either. I think
I was just saying
design. I don't mind.
Also, Trey, I'm sorry to tell you, bro, but Kyrie has been surpassed by number 2 in OKC. Like,
oh God,
Kyrie has been surpassed.
Yeah,
I mean that. Y'all think I'm trolling?
Niggas are fucking
dead ass better.
Niggas are trying to get me an argument. I'm not here to argue, bro.
Change the title.
There's not a space about Kyrie versus Shai Gilgeous, bro.
Jesus, I'm trying to get this off. Jesus, what I'm saying is that like the when I'm watching these games from the Nets, from what I've seen, it's just that they're so far removed from the players that the team they're supposed to be, that even when they have nights where both of them are doing exactly what they want to do, like they just had back-to-back nights where like the hypothetical of like who Kyrie and Durant are supposed to be, the result is still them, the opposing team just putting up more points than them. And so when you're like that bad defensively,
that's how you win games, low.
I know, but I'm talking about like them putting up 100. They put 120 some tonight, and they still
in overtime, to be fair. But yeah,
but they were on pace to do that almost in regulation because they put up like 13 or 15.
It was 112. So
they're still giving up the points though. They're still
the overtime was easily like their worst defensive show.
Yeah, by far. And so if Kyrie and KD are still doing what the things they want to do and still getting to the points, the hypothetical points that people are imagining to how they're going to win games, and you're still losing them because the opposing team is also having crazy, like some of the greatest nights of their careers either, bro, it is literally pointless. I get it that they face some of the better teams in the NBA early on, and I get it that maybe they need some more reps defensively. I also know that Steve Nash is not a good coach. I know that there's nothing about him that screams that he's focusing on a defensive end. And the offense is very rudimentary. It's very simplistic. It's very like we're just giving the ball to Kyrie and KD and having to figure it out.
I don't really think the offense is an issue. I think how they've been offensively has been fine. I think for him it's kind of been the rotations. Like I think at this point he's got to recognize Patty Mills is not a basketball player.
He's not.
And
he's not.
I get he's here to be Ben Simmons is like mediator, I guess. But he's just such a negative.
That's crazy.
Like no, because that's what he was signed here for, to be Ben Simmons mediator.
So they go from complete negative on offense to complete negative on defense.
But don't y'all feel like this is like the same as last season though?
When have they ever been
I agree that it's very similar to last.
Ben Simmons is ass, bro.
Is a complete negative.
Oh, you talking about Ben Simmons?
I'm talking about Ben, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, he's been a negative on the court to start.
Yeah, Simmons has just been a negative, and we're just keeping it
above.
This
nigga airballed.
It's getting embarrassing, and at some point, if the nigga,
I think he's injured.
I don't know if it's mental.
That doesn't excuse him airballing a layup.
But if it's physical, bro, niggas gotta swallow their pride and put that nigga dead ass, not play the nigga. Like dead ass. If it's he really isn't physically ready, he should not be playing.
I think he's still a little hurt, but like.
I think it can be mental. I see multiple times.
I don't think it's that drastic.
That nigga grabs it.
Especially
I'm not saying I did not say that it was or wasn't, but I think we all have noticed.
No, okay, never mind.
Bro, it doesn't. I don't think it really matters because he's being
the
coached
offense
by,
is more than fine, bro.
He's being coached by Steve Nash.
That's not the point I'm making, dumbass. I'm talking about the niggas. The nigga was ass on defense today.
Yeah, I'm saying like he hasn't.
The coach got shit to do with him.
Jesus, it's like one person will talk and then it just like devolves into like three.
No, but below the whole thing is that it's not just offensively; it's defensively. I mean, there's some blow by issues. He's not really Xing out well. I think he had a lot of moments of getting like beat on the glass, not boxing out his man.
He just doesn't really look active on the defensive end.
No. I agree, and it does look like
and combined offensively, there's only so much Steve Nash can do when he's airballing point blank layups, and he's not taking Spencer Dinwiddie off the. You know what I mean? Like, but what do you
Ben
want
Simmons,
him to do?
He also looks lost when he does have the ball in his hands.
That's how he always looks.
But what I'm saying is that, I mean, if that's going to just be who he is, I mean, at this point we just have to. I mean, I know people have already said it, but like, I mean, that trade,
like Simmons,
trade is
like
Simmons,
is
like one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest lost trades imaginable, bro. Like, if
because Simmons running in the three people and then realizing I actually don't want to force this layup up, and then like looking for a pass, like that's always been in his bag. He's done that.
Oh no, I get that. What I'm saying is that if you're on a team where your coach isn't max, because even in the half court set, like he's using him just like Doc Rivers did, just put him in a dunker. He's still having him. I still don't see it.
That's not true. He was a big screener today, man. He was actually.
Oh no. But if I saw that more often, yes. But down the stretch of the game, bro, he was just in the dunker. It was like a few possessions where he didn't even look. He just ran. I know exactly where I need to go. I just ran right to the dunker. And what I'm saying is, if that's how he's being utilized, like, well, I don't even know what's the point of him on the court. Y'all are already giving up points on the other side anyway. So who cares?
Bro,
you might as well just maximize what you can get.
Listen, I love Luka, right? I think that Luka is amazing. You know, arguably like the second best player on the planet, right? Arguably, but there is no fucking way that you're Ben Simmons and Luka Doncic clean blows by you.
That's what I'm saying.
Wasn't back-to-back plays.
It wasn't insane. It wasn't. No. It wasn't.
Eli was back-to-back plays.
It wasn't change. Oh, Luka hit him with a change of direction move. It left him looking
got
silly.
Right by
no,
him.
It was clean. Luka. Yes. Straight line drive, blew by this nigga.
So that's what I'm saying. So what's the point then?
And even when he's
there's no point
it's like he can't move.
If Steve Nash is not going to use him properly offensively outside of just screen setting and putting him in the dunker spot, and then defensively he doesn't look anywhere near close to where he did 2 or 3 years ago. And then on top of that, they're switching everything anyway. So they don't switch him, and then all of a sudden he goes from defending point of attack to defending a corner three-point shooter. It's like, bro, so now he's removed from the play regardless. So what does it matter at that point?
And what's funny, Lo, is
they need to actually run. They need to actually run some type of zones, because they were they were talking about it all off season, and they actually implemented some of it in the preseason. Like, you seen flashes of it. But when the regular season started, they just defaulted back to who they were originally. So I don't understand why Steve Nash even tried.
I don't really care about like media day interviews. You should never be taking.
No, I'm talking about the preseason.
Are you talking about their offensive structure?
No, their offensive structure. I mean, like, they'll default sometimes, but that's improved, I think. I'm talking about the defensive side of the ball.
Also, it is pretty interesting that these defensive issues are happening with like Joe Harris and Seth Curry not playing.
So that was the other thing, because that's the other thing that the Nets fans was just sitting there and just lie to themselves about. Oh, when
did he out for y'all too?
Yeah, he cut out.
Bro,
millionaire Wi-Fi doing it for him again.
When the Nets get in play calling mode, they'll run like 3-4 plays in a row, and it's like this is it's the opposite approach, but it's giving the same result. Like, it makes it just as stagnant as just going fucking pickup ball for the next for 90%.
Wait, what do you mean, Eli? I'm confused. What do you mean by that?
Like, I'm saying that, and this has always been like a pretty big criticism of Igor, right? And I think it's pretty clear that he has like a pretty big voice in their offensive structure. There are times where the Nets will call sets, right, with similar spacing concepts, 5, 4, 6, 7 times in a row. That shit makes offense just as stagnant as just going pickup ball. Like, it's the opposite approach, but it's giving you the same results. So I don't know. They're weird. Like, even though
are you referring to when they in the third when they ran horns 3 plays in a row?
Yeah, I'm not even just that. They've done shit like that before, but they dead ass will run the exact like not the exact same sets, but a set with similar spacing concepts again and again and again and again and again. And that's just as stagnant as if they just went fucking KD ISO jumbo hezzy. Like, hezzy jumbo, I mean.
Yeah, no, we got you. I mean, But yeah, they just I don't know. I think offensively though it works. I don't think it's anything unsustainable. Like that's just kind of what's gonna happen when you have players like that. I think their issues are really just defensively and like the lack of positional versatility. It really does stink for them. They also can't even like play their. I mean, I guess their best defender to start the season, and Nick Claxton, because he can't be next to Ben Simmons because we know what Ben Simmons is.
This nigga lose his job. Nigga is sorry.
You said what, AJ?
Ben is legit finna make Nick Claxton lose his fucking job. They had this nigga trying to attempt corner threes and hitting this out of the backboard because Ben fucking sucks.
Yo, I know the offense is not their problem, but like even when Ben's off the floor and you just get let Nick Claxton run the 5, it looks a lot more fluid in terms of.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't give a fuck if they're scoring or not. They could be scoring more. The offensive process just isn't. Like, niggas can say offense isn't the problem. The offense is fine. Yeah, the offense is going to be pretty fucking good when Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are on the court. But it could be the best in the fucking league, and it's not right now. So you got to find
It should be, really. It should be.
You like I don't give a fuck that, they're a top 7 offense. Whoop the fucking do. I could lead a top 7 offense with
the space might get cooked, man.
It's definitely cooked, bro.
Yeah,
that's over.
That one lineup with like Royce, Ben Simmons, Nick
Millionaire Wi-Fi.
Millionaire Wi-Fi, man. Always talk about how much money he got.
Lame ass nigga.
You guys make sure you go subscribe to Eli the Economist YouTube channel, dog.
Hey Ash, this nigga,
Sixers are going one.
This nigga gonna be on Discord one of these weeks. He gonna be on Discord one of these weeks, man. He gonna be
I'm out here trying to spread love to my niggas, dog.
Nah, I fuck with you, gang.
He need to buy some new Wi-Fi.
We not gang no more. Bro, who is flushing the toilet, dog?
Yo, how did
it's just the sound effects.
Got these sound effects.
No way.
This nigga Eli just loves to come into this damn space and troll, bro. It's so nasty, man. Have some self-respect, goon ass nigga. Trying to throw a blue heart.
When did you add a toilet? When did that become a thing? I didn't even know that.
I don't know. I guess
you have a sound. I thought
dog. What the
yo,
that is
bro?
So nasty. Okay, I'm done, bro.
That's funny.
You niggas are nasty.
W Twitter. I thought that was niggas who like they own specific shit, you know? Like they have like how streamers got their shit.
I thought it was that first, but then when I saw that shit,